Joseph Pizza, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I'm feeling humbled. My date refused to pay for my Uber back home. It was too expensive. How much? Let's find out. Let's get it.
Feeling absolutely humbled. I just go home with this guy in an Uber. Like, we're like pretty close vicinity, you know. So he's like, what's your address? Like, I'm gonna put it in the Uber to see how much, like, whatever. I live 3 blocks away, so it's not that big of a deal. This guy looks at me and goes, sorry, babe, you have to walk home because the Uber is $7 extra if I drop you off at your apartment. He said, that's a lot. I've never gotten the ick faster than I...
Okay, she says she's never gotten an ick faster. She was disgusted. Let's keep listening.
Just did right now. So I'm walking home alone at 2 a.m. And let me just say, this is the same man that has asked me out like consecutively. Like, he works at a hedge fund. You don't have $7 to drop my off 3 blocks away.
Okay. So, she said that he works at a hedge fund. That right there changed the whole direction of this video, because I was going to say, you know, that's pretty cheap, right? For somebody who asks you out and doesn't want to pay $7, but then he's got the means. He's got the means, which leads me to believe that something happened on that date. Of course, you're going to say that, Chisha. That's all you say. You always take the man's side. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't know. Maybe it's too much coffee, right? But that just leads me to believe that something happened, something he didn't like. And he sort of was like, nah, I'm not paying for your Uber. What do you guys think? Is there more to this story that we don't know? Let's check out some of these comments and see what the people have to say. First comment here says, he could have at least walked you home and ordered his Uber from there with the upside down face. You see, it's hard for me to believe that he was that just unaware, because you're taking a woman out. You want to make a good enough impression that she's thinking about you after she leaves. Here she is making a video about him, so she's definitely thinking about him. But, you know, there's a point there where playing hard to get goes a little too far, and I don't think this was that. This was him just looking at you and saying, you know what, you're not even worth me spending an extra $7 to get you home. And I know the women are like, what happened to chivalry? Well, what the F do you think happened to that? Let's see the responses to this last comment I just read. Somebody else responded back to that chick and said, there's so many misogynistic men in this thread. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You have to read these comments. Somebody else here added, it's literally disgusting, and all the ones in these comments are the broke ones that expect a girl to have fun and cater to them too, with the laughing emoji. And here it says to have a lot of money. Here's another comment from another chick that says, I hope he sees this and feels embarrassed. I don't think he's gonna feel embarrassed, man. City boys, we're up. So this turned into a threat, and the next guy disagreed and said, what's more embarrassing is the fact that she didn't pay the $7 either. Whoa, good observation. If it was just $7, then why aren't you paying it? And is walking, but shaming him for not paying it. And somebody else here says, yeah, well, it's definitely more embarrassing for that guy how you offer to pay an Uber and have her walk home at 2 a.m. because it's $7. Listen, I am a believer that if you ask a woman out and she's respectful and courteous on the date and things go well, you should walk her home. You should protect her. At that point, she's at least been pleasant on the date. At that point, I believe she's at least brought enough value that it's worth walking her home and, you know, protecting her and making sure she gets there safely. But a while back, I made a video where I said, and if a chick comes to a date in a bad attitude and is just presenting herself like she doesn't have to do shit at all, then you should not feel obligated to protect that woman. What type of world do we live in where men have expectations to maintain traditional norms of protection while women are expected to do absolutely nothing? Somebody else here added, $7 she wasn't even willing to spend on herself. Again, I don't think it has anything to do with the money, man. Nothing to do with the money. There were bigger issues on that date, right? The fact that the man asked her out a bunch of times and she said no, you can already assume she went over there rolling her eyes. Another comment here says, what's awful that he couldn't even make sure you're safe. The bar is in hell. Sorry, babe. Which is why, guys, if a woman says no and rejects you a bunch of times, there are a lot of guys out here who play the game of, oh, well, it's just another day, and keep asking until she says yes. But while you can choose to play that game, right? You can choose to have that approach. And sometimes you may get what you want, but know that each and every time a woman turns you down and you desperately ask her out again and again and again and again, what that's interpreting to her is that you are desperate for her, and she will act accordingly on that date. She will treat you like she's doing you a favor. Now, in rare occasions, you actually get what you want from that date, but that's just not the way you want to start things off, right? The problem is guys see this shit on movies where the man will be hella persistent and all the girls getting all blushy and cute, and he keeps going and trying, and finally she gives him a chance and he wins her over. It doesn't work that way in real life, bro. It doesn't work that way in real life. You pay for lowering yourself down to begging. Somebody else here says, is he her bodyguard? Not trying to say what he did is good, but he has to make sure she is safe for 3 blocks. Do you all live in Gotham? That's kind of funny. This new generation of younger men are really going to give women what they want. As in, they're going to treat y'all like you're equal, right? This new generation of men got no mercy, man. Somebody else here says, spoken like a true man. And somebody else here added, aren't men supposed to be protectors and providers? That's what y'all claim. Yes, men are supposed to be protectors and providers of women who respect them and also are giving them what men value, and more importantly, their own women. Here's another comment that says, you better send him this TikTok. She responds and says, stop. He unfollowed me on IG a few weeks ago. I'm crying. Oh, so yeah, guys, there's a lot more here than just the whole situation about the $7, man. As always, man, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.